There is not a single person left in the town of Ogden Marsh in Iowa, as every corner is burning under heavy flames in the middle of the night. This all started 2 days earlier. The locals are enjoying a high school baseball game, which suddenly stops when everyone notices Rory entering the pitch with a shotgun in his hands and looking spaced out. Deputy Russell evacuates the pitch while Sheriff David approaches Rory and, thinking, how TM's drunk, he tries to gently make him drop the weapon. However, Rory is about to shoot his shotgun instead, so David reacts on instinct and shoots first, killing him. In the evening, David meets with Rory, Tim's wife Peggy, and his son Kurt, and apologizes to them, explaining Rory had been drunk, so he had no choice. However, Peggy does now believe him and slaps him, saying that Rory had been cleany for years. The guilt does Tim let David sleep, but his pregnant wife Judy tells him he did the right thing. The next day, David gets a call from the lab and is surprised to learn that there was no alcohol in Rory Tim's blood tests, which all were done twice. Confused and upset, David visits the pitch and finds school principal Ben sitting and staring at nothing, kinda looking like Rory. David has to call his name a couple of times to snap him out of it and chit-chat a bit. Meanwhile, in hospital, Deirdre brings her husband, Bill, to see Dr. Judy. Bill swears TM's just tired and TTM's nothing serious. He also looks a bit spaced out. When Judy asks him a different question, he just repeats the same answer. In the evening, Deirdre hears a noise in the garage and rushes to check it out, finding the tractor machine on but no Bill in sight. After turning it off, Deirdre hears her son screaming, so she runs back to the house to look for him. She worries when she sees his room empty, but the child finds her and tells her to be silent. They move to hide in the wardrobe as the kid mentions that Bill has a knife. At that moment they hear Bill taking the stairs, so they try to be quiet. But unfortunately, Bill finds them anyway and immediately locks the door. Ignoring his family, as desperate yelling, Bill proceeds to pour gasoline all over the house and sets it on fire. By the time the cops and the firemen make it to the house, Team sees too late. Deirdre and the kid are dead. Apparently Bill was just mowing the lawn while his house burned, and when a furious Judy yells at him for what he did, Bill just whistles. Later Tim's taken to the police station to wait for his transfer, and he just stands there in his cell staring at nothing. Outside of town, 3 hunters are going down the bog when Timmy are surprised to find a parachute stuck in some trees. When they pull the end out of the water, they yell as they discover the body of an army pilot. Soon the police come to check it out, and Russell remembers hearing a rumor of a plane crashing in the bog, which at the time sounded like a big lie, because that Teodom's too big to go unnoticed. David and Russell decide to take a boat to the bog and are shocked to discover there TM's a plane underwater. In the sky, some sort of drone camera zooms in on the town with the words initiate containment protocol. With theory in mind, David researches where the town TM water supply comes from and confirms is from that bog, and the first house it reaches TM is Roria TM's. An army plane crashing into a river without coverage from the news is very suspicious. So David thinks the plane is contaminating the water, and making people sick. He and Russell visit the mayor to ask him to shut down the water supply. But the mayor refuses, because shutting the water down will kill the crops and bankrupt their whole town. Worried about the safety of his loved ones, David decides to ignore direct orders and goes to shut the water supply down himself, even removing the valve, so nobody